Hey guys, we're here in the Ping van at the British Open. Here with Steve from Ping, and he's going to show us around the truck. It's where all the magic happens.
Hi, I'm Steve. I work for Ping and I'm their European tour technician, and this is our tour workshop. So it's basically a smaller version of our factory. So a lot of the machinery that we have on here is exactly the same as in the factory, and other parts of it are modified slightly because we want to move all the time. So we start over here. This is a gripping station. So we put the clubs in there like so, and it will grip there, and then the drawer comes out and the grip fluid comes out of the tap there. So we just basically fill up the grip with the fluid. Obviously this has already got a grip on, but that would just be taped, and we just make sure that's all covered, and then we put it on the tape like that, and then slide the grip on. We use the lines at the back there to line the face up and make sure we get the grip on straight. Okay. Over here is our loft and lie machine, which is a Ping designed and built machine. It's all digitally done. So the way we do this, if I grab another iron, is inside here is a camera, and if you ever notice on a Ping iron, the bottom groove on the face is always painted white. Okay, the reason for that is the camera reads the bottom groove on there, and that will tell us what the loft and lie is. So if I put the details in for this one, so that sits on there like that, and there are magnets on the face to hold it in place. Make sure that's square, and there's a switch in there. So I'll make that, and the camera reads the groove, and this is telling me that if I want to make this standard loft and a standard lie, I need to move it 1 3/4 degrees further upright and just over 1.5 degrees weaker. So then I need to move it. So then if I need to move it, it sits in the jaws there, and we use the gentleman's persuader and we shock it into place. So this needs to go more upright, so I would move it like so. And if we change the loft, then we use the bending bar. So that needs to go weaker, so we would move it that way. And it goes back on, and we recheck it. Yeah, so first attempt, we're not too far away. So then, yeah, so it would just be repeating that. And if you were doing a set, as soon as you got the 3-iron done, if you were doing a set, it would automatically move on to the 4-iron, and so on. So that's our loft and lie machine.
How much can you move the actual clubs around doing that type of thing? You wouldn't be able to keep doing that over and over, I'm suspecting. Or is there you can do that quite a bit?
It'll move quite a way, but you wouldn't want to be moving it a lot. Like you say, repeatedly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our colour code chart there, and our standard lie is black. And the furthest upright is maroon, which is 4.5 degrees upright.
Yeah, okay.
And the furthest flat is gold, which is 3 3/4 flat. So, there's a lot of play there.
Yeah, there is. That's
but
a lot.
you wouldn't want to be moving it from gold to maroon.
Yeah.
Certainly too often.
Yeah.
It becomes like a weak point if you go too far.
If you were moving it too far, too often, yeah. So that's how we do the loft and lies. And then moving to the back, we have the swing weight machine, which again is a digital machine. Again, it's designed by Ping. So in a similar way to the loft and lie machine, we can put in the details. I've actually just done this one. So this is a driver I've just built. So I put in the details there. It's a driver, and the length of it is minus 3/4 from our standard length. So this is 45 degrees, and I want to make it a D4 swing weight. And then to measure it, I'll put it on there, and we let it settle, and it'll go green. Yeah, and there's your swing weight done.
So you've done a good job with this one.
Yeah, you picked a good time to come
Yeah.
in. If I'm doing it from scratch, then the way that I add the weight to it, this is obviously one of our new drivers, a G400. If I'm adding the weight to it, it's a combination of a tungsten back weight, like so, and the hot melt, which is over here, which also goes in the head. So that's that stuff there. So it's a liquid now because it's hot. As it cools, it never actually sets solid. You can see that's some stuff that's been kind of leaking out through the day. You can see it kind of never sets to a solid. It stays in that format there.
Something that just
So
sits into the club.
Yeah, that goes into the head,
yeah.
and it means we can put the weight into specific areas if we need to for certain players. So if a player struggles with the ball going left, we can put a bit of weight in the toe area to stop that.
Okay, and how much worth of weight would there be of that in there?
It depends. It depends on the swing weight of the club, really. So it's if the player's got if the player's club is fairly short, then and they want the swing weight to be kind of heavy or fairly standard, say D3, D4, then we're going to have to put a lot more weight into it to get it to that because it's a shorter shaft, and vice versa if it's a longer one. So
Okay.
it all depends on the player, really.
Yep.
Yeah, I have about 4 grams, I think, of that in my toe of my club because I don't like to see the ball as left-handed go left to right, so the toe lags. So yeah.
It also has a benefit of dampening the sound as well. So you've always got to have a little bit in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then over here, when we, as we're sticking the shafts in, if I can just show you some of the, this is the epoxy that we use. So we squeeze it out of the tube like that, and there's a glue and there's a hardness. We have to mix that together, and then that would go inside the hosel or inside the sleeve in the case of a wood, like that, and we glue it in, wipe it off, and then that sits in there, and we heat it up for 10 minutes. It's on a timer, and it heats up to 210 degrees, and that'll cure the glue. So if there was a grip already on that, you could take that out, put it in the head, and go out to the range and hit it. And then over here we got the grinding belt. So this is where if we need to grind any irons, any wedges or anything, this is where we do that. That's the coarser belt. We've got a medium belt just for finishing it off, and then the fine belt is just to polish it up at the end. We probably don't do as much grinding as we used to because now we've got the Glide 2.0. We've already got the kind of grinds are already on there, most of them. So because it's available in a TS, a standard sole, a wide sole, and an I sole, then they're kind of already done in a lot of cases. It might just be just doing like a slight kind of finesse of it, if you like, for certain players.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
So there you have it, guys. That's the tour van. Thanks very much for your time, Steve, and hopefully all the people out there enjoy
No
it.
problem. Have a good week.
Yeah, thanks very much.